Hi friends, what if I told you that your campus placement is a direct result of how well you dress up? You would be shocked. That does my dress decide which type of a campus placement I am going to get? Yes, it does. Gone are the days when you could enter into any campus, into any interview room or any meeting in a casual dress. That is till you are in the campus or maybe in some of the corporates. But then your dress your appearance makes the first impression. Your appearance is very, very important. They say when you enter into your room, your shoes enter first and then you enter. So if your shoes are shabby and when you enter the interview room, people see the shoes and they judge you. Here is a very, very interesting example which I quote is when suppose you have to take somebody, there is somebody who falls sick and he has got a problem with his heart. You know that he has got a problem with his heart. You take him to a nearby place, a nearby clinic, and there you see somebody in a dress which is just like a hippie type of a dress, wearing a t-shirt or a hoodie and sitting there. You know, the first thing you will ask is, where is the doctor? And if he says that I am the doctor, I don't know whether you will like to get your patient treated or not. So the first impression is always the dress. Recently, I was conducting an online mock interview, and the person on the other side, the candidate, he came there in a pink t-shirt, and that also something like I'm not saying a t-shirt is a bad thing, but it was just a very casual dress, and I could see that there was a lower. He was wearing a lower also, so he was not prepared for it. You know, that the first impression I got. Although when I talked to him, he had made all the preparations, he had done all the preparations, yet the first impression remained. Now, this is what happens whenever a recruiter sees you. Your presentation is not only the things which are written in your resume, your presentation is yourself. You know, when we talk about presentations, what is a presentation? The definition of presentation is presentation of yourself and your ideas in the same sequence. So you as a person are more important than your ideas, than your knowledge. So for campus placements, mind it, make it a point that you start dressing up well. I'm not saying that you always be in a suit, boot and coat and tie. Whatever is the appropriate dress, recommended dress, you should wear that. I have got my own experience of having been a very, I would say, casual way dressing person, very unconcerned about whatever I am wearing. I was in corporate world. I was there in a steel plant, brick and mortar type of a plant where every day your dress used to get dirty. But then when I appeared for my IM interview, one of the first questions which was asked to me was, have you seen your dress? How do you find the combination? Because I was wearing a very unusual type of a dress. That time t-shirts were not very common, but I had a red shirt and a bottle green pant and without belt. Although I got selected in IM, but that left a lasting impression on my head, in my thought process, that you ought to be prepared in the decent manner, in an appropriate manner, although it is not a trend today, but it's not your life, like which is we say that it's my life. No, you are there to present yourself. You are the salesman of your personality. You are going to sell yourself. And if you are going to sell yourself, packaging is very, very important. This is your packaging. So you are the overall personality. Your person is the package. So you have to package it well. The best of the things you will find are not really appreciable if they are not in a good package. Even when you are going to give a gift, what do? You package it in a beautiful package. What is there inside comes much later. So mind it. Make it a point that you start dressing, you start practicing dressing, practice dressing in an appropriate fashion. We engineers are very, very poor at that. Because in our situation, in our colleges, in our curriculum, nowhere it is taught, nowhere it is told that we ought to dress in an appropriate manner. Nobody tells us what is the dress code. And more so when we are working with machines, there is grease, there is oil, so much of dirt. We feel that okay, we can be just shabbily dressed. But I have seen people with good dresses make very good impacts, and better impact you make in the first instance, you have got a better chance to get the placement. So to hit the placement, make it a point to be well dressed. And for that, you need to understand that your wardrobe needs to be neat and clean. Your wardrobe needs to be having clothes which are suitable for that particular occasion. Best wishes for your placements. For more inputs like this, I would say you can subscribe to our channel, join our group on the WhatsApp link which is provided, and visit our website careergrowthtribe.com. Be a part of the growing community where we talk about how to build your career and grow in life. Thank you. Best wishes.